YouTube, this is DaretoBeCreative. I apologize about the lighting. It's late, it's night. If I cut the light on, it's too bright. Either way, it's not, I don't know, it's not really, I don't know if it's working. It seems like it gives a glare. So I don't know if I'll let that glare or not. But anyway, I am doing a series. I'm finishing up my series of killing this paper pad. This is a paper pad that I picked up from Michael's from a hot buy a couple years ago. And I just picked this paper pad, no rhyme or reason. I just grabbed it. I said I'm just going to kill it because it was sitting there. And it's called Shamil True Stories. And so I've shown you all the other projects so far. So the last one before this one, I just showed you the last big pieces of paper. Now I'm going to show you what I did with the smallest pieces of paper, like the scraps. When I say I killed the paper pad, I literally killed the paper pad. I mean, most time people say they killed the paper pad. They have scraps left over. No. And usually I just take an envelope and I have it on the back side of this. Attach an envelope here to all my scraps. There are no paper left. None. I killed it. I mean, when I say I killed it, I went through every single piece. There was not anything bigger. I had nothing bigger than a 1/2 inch by a 1/2 inch. And if it was that small, I hole punched it. Trust me. So I'm just going to show you. In fact, the reason why this is separated, because I even took the whole strip. Oh, what you call it? I just lost the name of it. What do you call it? The burnishing strip? What do you call it? The branding strip. Yes. I even used those. Okay. And if I wanted to, I could cut these off and make twinchies because they're 2x2s. And these could be made for backgrounds for twinchies. But technically they're not paper. But I still may cut them and use them for something later if I ever decide to make some more twinchies, which I did make some in this series. But that's something that you can do. People who do make twinchies and inchies, is that you can use your paper pad, and then this is sturdier than paper too, and you can just mount it on some additional paper to make it even more sturdier. But these are already cut. You got some backgrounds and just put some embellishments on it. You got some quick twinchies. So I still probably cut that out just to have that. So what I did was, with mine, I had a whole bunch of scraps left over, and I decided to use my envelope. Gosh, jeez. I'm sorry about that. My envelope punch board. Envelope punch. Excuse me. It is late at night. And I'm filming back to back. Anyway, I was blessed with this by sister, Lady Cree, here on Fun Creations. Thanks, sis. She blessed me with that. And I swapped. And so, with the little inches, I made these little teeny envelopes. And I just put them on this red piece of paper because I didn't have any more paper from the paper collection to put them on. These are just small envelopes, not heavily embellished, because again, I'm down to the wire. I have nothing but small pieces of paper and just leftover ephemera that I cut out. So I don't have anything else to make any flowers or anything out of it. So, but I do have some sentiments. So I just had those already fussy cut out, and I had these little teeny pieces of paper. I cut out some butterflies, and I just added some bling, and I put some pieces inside of it just to make it look like a piece of paper. So this one says, warm, sunny, breathe, focus, surreal, life, simple, and success. So, I mean, I went down deep to kill my paper pad. I wasn't playing. I was really literally trying to see how many projects and how many things I can make out of the small paper pad. So, with the branding strips, I had this piece right here, Delighted. That was left over from one of the cut apart pages. I matted it on some red and just trimmed around it. And then if you see this background right here, this is strips from the branding strips of the paper, and I just cut it and laid it out and then matted it on a red piece of paper. So I used the branding strips to make a background. See? So you totally can use everything in your paper pad. And the same thing with this one. I use those branding strips to make a background. I use my corner rounder by We Remember Keepers corner punch to just round everything. I use that EK Success Hello punch that says hello. That was already fussy cut out with all the other embellishments. And this is a little flower punched out by a Marvy punch. And this is a Martha Stewart butterfly punch and some bling. So very simple, quick card, basic, nothing's in the inside. It's on 110-pound weight paper, but nothing's in the inside on this one or on that one. But can put whatever in there, but just to show you that you can make your strips can be a background, and you can make whatever pattern you want with that. I was going to do a weave, because you can do a weave, a basket weave with that, but I didn't. I just decided to just do a flat one. So again, I made these, and then to kill off anything else, when I say I killed, I made this confetti piece. So this confetti is made of little teeny hearts and butterflies and stars, and the leftover circle punches from these. These are the reinforcers, the whole reinforcers. So, you know, sometimes people don't have that punch. So these are great to gift and just to have on handy when I am making tags. I already have some of these already made up, a ton of them. Mix and match the colors. So any of my more pastel colors, I have all these already made for them. And then if I want to make a confetti pop or something, actually I can just use this and just decorate this lid. And I've got some confetti already made. So these are a great way. Take a time now to do it, because you got to use your muscle in your arm to punch or to die cut. But nonetheless, this is a great way to really kill off your paper pad, is to use it in what everybody's doing now, these confetti punches, confetti bags and gifts and shaker stuff, all of that. So you can use it for shaker and confetti and for hole reinforcers, because, you know, why not use the scraps versus using a fresh piece of paper? Use the scraps up. So that's what I did. And I don't even know how many here. Feel like 1,000. I'm sure it's not that many, but I'm sure it's a couple hundred. And God knows how many in here. But anyway, my paper pad is officially dead. I killed it. I'm not lying. I have nothing left over except for stuff that I already cut out, which when I started this whole project, I told you I like to fussy cut, and so I went to those pieces of paper and I fussy cut out some items that I chose to make ephemera, because I didn't have any ephemera. So I fussy cut out a page. There was a page in there. Well, let me just show you. What I did was, oops, let me grab this one. So when you look at it, this was the page of cut aparts. Two of those, I cut both of those out and made cards. This right here, this page of sentiments, I took that whole page and I individually cut out each one of those words. That was a lot. Then this page, I took one of those and I fussy cut out each one of those letters. I took one of those pages and I fussy cut out all of those typewriters. These two pages with these cameras, I did the same thing. I took both of those pages and individually cut out all those cameras. I took that teacup page, individually cut out a whole page of teacups. 2 pages of Polaroids, I cut all of those out. And I took one of these pages, cut out these circles and those words right there, every single one of those words. That's what you see on this project right here. Those little words right there came from this page. I took a page of the coffee cuts, fussy cut all of those out. I took a page of these circles and fussy cut those out. So when I say I fussy cut out this paper, I fussy cut out this paper a lot, okay? So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait a minute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm sorry, and this one too. 9, the bigger coffee cups. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Because some of them I did 2 of them and some I didn't. So 14 pieces of those pages were actually fussy cut out of 48. That's a lot. 14 pages. So I had 34 pages left over to make my project. So I'm going to come back with one more video to show you all the things that I made with this paper pad with those 34 pages. So anyway, the last pieces left were some of the cameras, some of those circles, some more circles, only a few Polaroids left. That was some extra stuff that I stamped that I was going to add, but not necessarily all the paper. Those little words, the Polaroids. alphabets, the big coffee, and the sentiments, and the little coffees. So I have all of this left as embellishments that I can use on any other ephemera. I mean, anything that I want to use as ephemera, I can use these. But as far as killing the paper, I feel like I have successfully killed the paper pad, because these can get used later on tags, cards, mixed media, something like that. It's got the teacups, typewriters. So thanks for liking, watching, and subscribing, and I have one last video to show you everything that I was able to make out of those 34 sheets of paper. All right, you take care. God bless, and I dare you to be creative.